are going to see about tuples. So in Python, tuples you can consider, if you know Java, you can consider as sets. So what is meant by set? Set is list, like a list, but it would allow duplicate values and like that in Python. Here you can't change any values. Say how you can define a tuple is like this: name and this bracket, and inside that you can assign your values. And if you want to print any one of the value here, you can print like print of name of, inside a square bracket you can pass the index value. Let's see how it works. See, now you can see C1 here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the value of coordinate 0 to C3. Like I mentioned, if I try to change any value, it should throw an error. Yeah, because tuple object doesn't support item assignment. So in the list you can change any values, but in case of tuple you can't change any value, and you can give a value inside this type of bracket. So this is the main thing about tuple. And now let's see list functions. Yeah, so here last video we were seeing about the list. Now we will talk about list functions. So here just consider I have defined one function. How you can define a function is, say if you have a different words, now you can split it with the use of underscore. So now I have just mentioned hello underscore world semi bracket, inside that one colon. So the next thing is you have to notice is the indentation. Say for example, if I'm giving something like print hello world, and now I will remove this one. Okay, now I saved it and I'm trying to run this code. Now you see the hello world, whatever I given inside the print, it did print here. Only thing is, just we have to notice that the indentation, see here. So whatever you put inside this indentation, what the Python will think is that code belongs to this function. If you type something here, say for example I'm typing something as print hi. Now if you try to run this one, you will get this hi here, because this code, what Python compiler thought thinking is, it is not belonging to this function, but whatever you put inside this annotation, the Python compiler will think it belongs to the function. Now I will type some more data. Welcome. Yes. Now I will try to run this code. Let's see. Now still this code, it got it didn't get printed. So it means that this also code, because of the indentation, this code also belongs to this function. So this is this function also. Now let's see how we can pass the data or pass the argument from the code. Now I am typing the method. So here what I am thinking is I just wanted to pass some value. So here I'm just typing it as name. I'm printing a value of the print name. That's it. So here I have to pass the value, right? So passing it as Mike. I'm just saving this one. And I will try to run this one. Now you see you got the value as Mike. So when you pass the value from here, from the calling method to the call method, you have to pass the value and it got print. So this is how you have to, the list functions will work. There are a lot of inner things, like suppose if you want to pass some more value, I'm passing it as age, and I'm just want to type something like you or age. Okay, now I have to pass the age also here. I can pass it as 70. Now let's see what is giving me. Okay, it says okay, I have to convert. Since I am passing the number from here to print, I have to change it to string. We have already seen it in the previous videos. If not, please go back to the old videos and just refer it. Now you should see got print. Put some space. Okay. So this is how the list function works. So we have to define using a def, and you have to give a method. So if is going to be a different words, you have to split it using the underscore, and you have to pass the parameters like this, and you have to end it with colon. And this indentation means that whatever you put it with the proper indentation, it will think that the compiler thinks that it belongs to that particular method, and whatever you print without the indentation, it thinks that the code belongs to a different. It doesn't belong to the method, like that it will think. So this is how the list function works, and we will see other functions and other things about Python in the coming videos. Thank you.